With that, though, you can enter into the longhouse. And, well, I say you enter into the longhouse. That's not actually what quite happens. Valfus enters into the longhouse. Amaya, you do not make it into the longhouse. Because as the doors open...
My first question is how many?
Actually 3, technically.
Less than I was expecting.
But do you think it's 3 off?
One of them is Benjamin, and the other 2 are probably from the orphanage.
And suddenly you see Benjamin, Amaya's younger brother, as well as a seemingly human boy and a tiefling girl, suddenly just leap out and tackle Amaya into the snow. And begin being rather excited that she's here. Well, Benjamin actually just more amused that you're in the snow. The other 2 seem excited you're here.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably excited, but he's also rather excited that he pushed you into the snow as well. Valva's just judges the rest of you to follow him inside. Meanwhile,
yes. The rest of you go on ahead.
Have fun.
We never saw Maya again.
If I don't come back, wait for the summer thaw.
Okay.
Stripped to the bone by ravenous children. Goodbye, Maya. We loved you.
Well, you did say sufficient amount of children can solve any problem.
My legacy.
the doors seem to close and leave Amaya outside. The rest of you, however, enter into this not at all stolen picture of a longhouse.
Oh, hey, it's the companions building.
Shh. It was the closest thing I could think for Amaya's family.
It's appropriate.
You're an adventuring family. The companions hall seemed pretty appropriate for your main room. As you go inside and you see a number of, admittedly for quite a few, rather similar looking individuals. You can definitely see the family resemblances going along. But Valvers takes you inside and offers you all seats and a drink. Though you are all quickly met by someone who ends up coming down from one of the stairwells. Asking, kind of calling out the room. What's the matter, everyone? Is your token working? Nope, it's not working. That's fine. I'll just do it this way. There we go. Yeah, Luna ends up making her way down the stairs. And as soon as she sees you, she seems to perk up.
Oh, thank God, someone we know.
And are you scaring them? Come on. It's been a while, all of you.
Hi, Luna.
Hi, Luna.
Hello. How's it all going?
Oh,
Right.
it's pretty chilly, but fine.
I'm just kind of glad that we're someone we know. Amaya's apparently been left outside, so now we're here, and it feels a bit like when you go into your friend's house and you don't really know their parents too well, and then they're like, "Oh, hello, how are you?" And you're just like, other than that, great.
I can understand that. Regardless, though, I'm happy that you're here. I assume it's just a visit, and not some catastrophe, but...
Well,
No
as far as I'm
catastrophe.
aware, it's a visit, but Maya always seems to say something about, hoping something or whatever.
Well, why don't you all go sit by the fire, warm up?
Cadney will go sit comfortably a good distance from the fire to warm up.
I'll get us some drinks.
Ooh, yes, please.
Thanks are appreciated.
You can catch up a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice place, to be sure. Almost everyone in the room here appears to be either armed, a spellcaster, or both. Or at least all of them that are clearly Ralliants, which is quite a few.
Christopher is shaking with her zero knowledge and ability.
But meanwhile, outside, covered in a face full of snow. Welcome back.
Yes, hello. It's been a little while.
You're having your cheek just pulled on a little bit right now by the tiefling girl. I kind of told everyone that you were coming.
So I've noticed. You never do stop making trouble for me, do you?
Nope. And I see that you brought your girlfriend.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, everyone knows about her as well. I guess she's met everyone before. They know she's here.
Mm-hmm. But what about you, Benjamin? Have you met anyone yet?
Briefly blushes.
Who is it? Maya turns to the tiefling. Is it you?
She also blushes. Shut it, Amaya.
I'm not hearing a no.
Be alone. And no, it's not her.
Who is it? Does Mother know?
Shut it.
You know we have to meet her. Or him. I'm not going to judge.
He just grabs a snowball and chucks it point blank into your face. Oh, also, Balthus has already arranged things for you.
Thank you. So at what point are you going to let me up out of the snow?
Mm, mm. He throws another snowball in your face. No.
As soon as they let her up, Amaya's going to attempt to grab Benjamin, turn him upside down, and put him face first into a snowbank.
He's going to try and avoid that.
Alright, where's my CMB?
I mean, he does an absolutely noble job of trying to dodge it. Face first into a snowbank.
Why do I have a miscellaneous +4? I probably shouldn't have a miscellaneous +4.
No. Possibly you were tripping someone. But someone was already tripped and you were doing something to them.
Maybe.
Or they were prone, probably.
I let you up.
Yes, but you still shoved me in the first place.
He gets up and kind of shakes his head, snow just falling everywhere. Oh, by the way, Balthus has arranged a hunting trip for you.
Monsters or animals?
Animals, I think.
Oh, good.
He said he wanted to bring both you and your girl out on a hunting trip.
Oh no. I know where this is going.
Oh?
Come now, Benjamin, even you are not that dense. You know exactly what he's going to talk about.
Benjamin smirks.
I swear, neither father nor Lord Uncle have a subtle bone in their body, do they?
No.
Maya's gonna pat Benjamin on the head. Come on, come meet the rest of my friends. I don't think you've met Nathan or Rain, Ryder, any of them.
I met a couple of them.
You'll like them. I think you'll particularly like Kaith. She's an illusionist. She's particularly good at making flashy, sparkly things.
Speaking of, back in the house. As it turns out, Team NPC has already begun ingratiating themselves in various ways.
Good.
Turns out Ryder having no problem ingratiating themselves with Elgin people. And Balthus seems to have taken Amaya's information about Nathan's heritage and has blurted that over the half of the room already.
It is something to be proud of.
Meanwhile, Kaith is trying to impress Luna with her illusion magic. And Leo is just sprawled himself out in front of the fire. To each their own.
No, stick to what you know. Stiff is joining Leo by the fire, not really sprawling out, but keep him warm.
Leo is definitely not used to this colder weather. And even in the cold weather outfit, he was complaining. So now he's in quite a fluffy outfit and in front of a fireplace. He will be warm in no day.
Toasty.
Yeah. Amaya and Benjamin will make their way back in.
Both covered in a decent amount of snow.
As Maya, you see, your friends and family are already roughly getting in place. Various drinks being brought back for everyone. Warm ciders for the most part. No, not for Cadme. Cadme, instead, you've gotten essentially warm milk.
That's nice.
Luna thinking you prefer that over poison juice.
Yeah. I like water though. She drinks it.
Luna is not the best with the Fae, but she's trying.
Yeah.
Just hands you a cup with a single grape in it.
I hand you the cup of the conceptual idea of thirst.
You mean LaCroix?
Isn't that the concept of fruit?
Yeah. You don't see your Lord Uncle about, Amaya.
Hmm.
Well, neither. Well, actually, neither Torin or Valphas is here for that matter. At the moment, Valphas seemingly have gone after blurting everything out into one of the back areas. But there's a couple of good cousins around, nonetheless. And Luna here, who probably on the higher level of everyone in the room. But then again, Luna's magic is quite impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Maya, as the sniffer leaves the flames.
Hmm.
Exactly how many cousins do you have? Because I'm seeing a lot. They're all kind of like,
Just the 3.
oh, are all these people then?
Well, there should only be like 5 Rallians in the room.
I thought there's more.
No? Not unless someone's created illusions of more.
That's entirely possible.
Looks like cave.
How many Rallets can there be? One everywhere.
Ah, that explains why the one I was talking to in the cupboard didn't talk back.
Well, I
Well-
see you're all comfortable.
Luna looks over. Welcome back.
I'd have been here sooner if I wasn't buried in snow.
You've got to be aware of those avalanches this time of year.
Amaya just kind of pats Benjamin on the head. Yes, avalanches. So how have you all been?
Not too bad myself. We've had some mild things going on, but nothing too important.
Hmm.
Other than Valphas getting himself into more trouble as usual.
Yeah. Your father does like to cause trouble. If I can hear correctly, he caused trouble and then immediately left. Where are our fathers?
Somewhere in the back, they're discussing something. You suddenly hear the sound of a table crashing. That's it, they're discussing something.
As that's going on, Cadby's gonna quietly and very nonchalantly be drinking her milk, as she's gonna also start casting Clairaudience Clairvoyance. She didn't have to do any, verbal or somatic, so
Leo, who's like right next to you, just kind of like stares at you like, what are you doing?
thinking.
You're doing magic.
She's just, I'm curious. Okay, I guess mortals like their privacy. It's fine.
So Amaya's gonna look to her other 2 cousins. Please, why don't you introduce yourselves to our guests?
For the sake of getting everything right, would you like to be the one to introduce them to everyone, Torin? Because it's your family. It seems fair to let you have that honor. Who would be your family here?
Yes, but out of character, I do not remember their names right now, and I am failing to find the document with their names on it. Look, man, sleep has been an issue for me lately. And they haven't been relevant to the campaign yet.
They have not been relevant to the campaign, so they've not really been relevant up until now, regardless. But nonetheless, I can't actually think of their names off my head either. But that's fine for the moment. I'm sure they'll come back. I'm sure their name will come back to me at some random moment.
Yeah.
Usually does.
You get to be Charlie, and you get to be Amaya too.
They're both dudes.
That doesn't stop them from being Amaya too.
You're very popular.
I am the best. But yeah, I guess just for the sake of brevity, Amaya introduces everyone. It's a long process considering how many people there are.
Many of them might be clones.
Contemplates trying to put hand for one of them to see if they're actually real.
Do it.
As Cave continues to subtly illusion the entire room. You lose track of which Leo is the real Leo at this room. They all ignore you anyway. But regardless, the group settles in for a bit. As it turns out, though, the Relics are happy to have you all here to stay for a little bit. Be nice to have Amaya back for a bit. Catch up on things.
Break out
Um,
the baby photos.
There will certainly be stories told, though possibly when Torin comes into the room, about little Amaya.
At some point, he probably brings out like this tanned green draconic hide and tells stories about, you know, the legend of Amaya the Dragon Slayer, having killed a dragon at only 8 years old. It was actually a forest drake.
Still technically a dragon.
Technically.
And Maya looks like she's hating every moment of that particular story.
My
Hmm. Hello?
Pigs, you're not talking.
it was just a mumble thing anyway.
Yeah, well, he's trying to address you because you're mumbling.
Oh.
Mumbler.
I yes, I mumbled a little bit.
I can understand. I have a mumbling problem too.
But it was nothing. Adling just said, no, poor Amaya.
Oh, okay.
What do I see outside the window, though? An elk.
Oh,
Oh, Cadme, come.
Kedmi will quickly scamper over.
Zamaya kind of like quickly gets up and goes out to greet the large and old elk, as Cadme can tell.
Very old elk.
Cadme, this is Mulberry. This is my mother's elk.
Aw. Hey, Mulberry.
Mulberry kind of nods his slightly greyed head.
He's very tired.
Yes, we don't know how much time he has left, but he's been at my mother's side for as long as I've known him.
Hmm.
I honestly don't think he was supposed to even live this long, but, well, magic happens, I suppose.
Mulberry moves up and kind of nuzzles Amaya.
She just kind of hugs his head.
As you can see off in the garden behind the building, there does appear to be a woman out in the garden.
Amaya is going to go approach. Hello.
Not going to tell Cadme who you're approaching.
Not immediately.
Kedmi will look over, but, Mulberry, buddy, pat, pat.
Nuzzles the Cadme. But the woman turns around, sees Amaya, and with a sudden movement and grace, Amaya finds herself in a hug.
And she'll hug her back.
Welcome home.
Yes, I'm going to be here for a while, Mother.
That's good, because I've heard some things.
Accurate things, I hope. But if you wish to check yourself, I've brought all of my friends.
Benjamin said that you brought your partner.
Yes, I have. You
She's
and I
very
are going
pretty.
to you and I are going to have more to speak on that matter.
Yes. Yes, we are. She has this kind of really proud smile on her face looking at you.
Amaya looks proud herself. And I know I can't stop you, but try not to embarrass me too much. I do have some pride.
But you're still my baby girl.
Yes, I know.
And who's then? You've brought a fey spirit? This slightly elven woman says.
Kedmi waves.
Yes.
Hi.
This is Cadme, a film dance. She's a caretaker of the spirits, and a very good friend of mine.
In Sylvan. It's a pleasure.
Oh, the pleasure is mine. And Maya's been very friendly. And has helped me a lot with a lot of things. I feel a little bit belligerent at times, but something that's needed.
Work on your manners some more. She looks to Amaya. Almost accusatory.
What?
Do you need to work on your manners some more? Being belligerent to your friends?
Oh, no, not to me, but to many people who want to hurt me or my friends.
Acceptable then. I'm so excited
Come.
that you're here.
You should meet everyone.
As very soon everyone will get to meet Amaya's mother as well.
Orion Ralliot.
How do you spell that?
A spelling that nobody would have gotten.
I started with an O.
She is a half elf from the Elven lands, so unusual name is to be expected.
So you're saying don't mention our war crimes?
I'm gonna say don't mention we were directly involved.
Well, I mean, we
Gotcha.
should be safe because Rose isn't here.
Oh God. She was away running from the police of Caldell.
So the proof. Now, by any chance,
Damn, for one time I don't prick glibness.
but yeah, the group is given basically full luxury though to stay for the next couple of days and just relax, getting to enjoy fine food, fine drinks, the friendly, the friendly town atmosphere, even if it is a bit chilly physically. But everyone's really happy to see you and accommodating to all of your friends and allies. Not quite enough bedrooms for everyone to get one each, but you know, a little bit of sharing. It's fine.
The Elm Dance family prefers cuddle puddles as well. Anyways,
Can confirm.
and Aspen's getting better at not letting his spikes out when he dreams.
Can also confirm.
Yeah. You're all invited, by the way, on the upcoming hunting trip if you're interested, as an option. But I'm going to take a quick step back here for a moment, because you are in Barrelton, and initially at least, there's not a whole lot that demands your character's times. As it turns out, your characters are kind of both free to explore this town, explore through the culture, speak with the dwarves, get drunk, discuss magic and alchemy with the family, enjoy themselves, tease a Maya to your heart's content. Honestly, it's just a couple of days of vacation more, pretty much, as you might expect.
I want to ride the elevators.
I mean, if you want to ride like the cargo elevators that are on the mine, you can.
Yes.
Wee.
I don't know what they are, and I like them. They go up and down.
You just go to the top and glide off the top.
Both of the people can fly are for some reason taking the fucking elevator.
But yeah, Amaya will also offer to help anyone find something of interest to them if anyone doesn't have anything in particular in mind.
Cadme was going to be spending a lot of her time not actually interacting with many people. She's sort of looking inward for a bit. She has a lot of talking to do internally about recent events, uh, future events, what future plans are, and the ring that she is currently helping out. So you actually won't really see much of Cadme. Same with Hazel. Aspen, he's active. He wants to do hunting and shit like that.
Of course.
The town does not have a lot of religious sites on it, as you might understand. There is
Well,
some
not any large ones.
yeah. There are a few shrines here and there to spirits. Two in particular. One to a tremendous pile of stone. That one particularly large one, but what was that? The Barrel Rock?
The Barrel Lord.
Yes.
There
Big
are
rock.
smaller shrines with like enshrined pieces of lesser barrel rock that have been blessed in the town, just as sort of like shrines of luck and commerce. Um, if anyone's interested in seeing like the actual like object of worship, the Barrel Lord, it is in the Dwarven district in the mountain. It's a fucking big barrel crystal that's been enshrined, and like even in its presence, you like anyone here could probably feel something emanating from it if you do go to see it. The other shrines are to the spirit of the river, and generally just shrines to waters, travels, and stuff like that. But they're both, They are the two major spirits in the area. Any other spirit shrines you'll see are to very minor spirits, like a minor spirit that might be watching over a particular household or believed to be watching over a particular household. One of an old burnt tree that's large and scorched, but still alive. And sometimes to just other oddities like that. Nothing. None of them are particularly big or fancy, unless you go to the Barrel Lords, basically like Temple Cave. That one's probably fancy, being, you know, believed to be a spirit of trade and wealth and such.
Than that, there appears to be some kind of religious location on top of one of the lower peaks nearby. But yeah, not much in the way of formal churches here, outside of Cave of Rock. But God of Rock is clearly best rock.
I'm not really looking for religious sites. I'm looking for a quiet place, not.
That is easily enough found as well. The local woodlands, for one. You're surrounded by nothing but nature.
Yeah, that'll work best for me.
Or you can isolate yourself in a small cave nearby. Any of the above.
Yeah, that sounds good. The forest seems nice. And besides, maybe there's a hibernating bear or a bear ready for hibernation that I can just sort of lean against and cuddle up with.
Actually, probably just coming out of hibernation.
Oh, that
Yes,
works
that
too.
works.
Those are a little bit less agreeable, and they tend to be kind of hungry, so not doing that. They're harder to convince to let me snuggle up.
Your world empathy says otherwise.
Mm, yes, but still, they're probably more motivated on getting actual food. So I'll let them do that. I'll just find a nice cave. Or a tree.
But yeah. The first few days are going to pass without much of interest, except your characters all get to rest, get a very hearty meal, several very hearty meals, and honestly, it's nice. It's a nice change of pace. There are things to do if you want, regardless of what you're kind of interested in. There are definitely things to do here, be it something like casual hunting, um, gentle sparring, aggressive sparring, studying, just listening to folklore, whatever it might be.
I could probably see Stutha getting high with the shamans.
What makes you think Stuffa gets high over time? You
Does
blow up
she?
one alchemy
You're
lab.
always
Not
huffing
really.
alchemical fumes.
Hey, first of all, the first person to
trying
be
to
like,
lick
"Hey,
Charles."
please," that isn't getting high. That's just licking a rock. Horses do that, Big B. And the first person to be like, "Hey, we need to get high to do something in this campaign" was Sideline. In my defense,
Yep.
Are you?
it's like session 3.
Though, of course, that does bear the question: why are you wanting to lick a rock? You're not a horse.
It's a copper thing. Tastes good. Stuffa is secretly very iron deficient.
I don't think that's secret, given she's really old all the time.
I don't. I don't think that necessarily means she's iron deficient.
Not necessarily, but
Well, Stuffa's actually probably spending this time with her apprentices because she didn't do much of that over on the island. We should go sliding. Wait,
Well, you could definitely go sledding or ice skating. Though I do recommend if you're going, you might want to change to the youth.
probably. Who wants to go sledding? Who wants to cause another avalanche?
Half the NPCs raise their hands.
Okay, we just need to find somewhere where we're allowed to do it and won't accidentally kill anyone except maybe ourselves.
But I'm going to take a quick break to go get a drink. I'll be back.
Alright.
okie dokie.
I have a question for all of you.
Hmm.
Do we want to try and figure out where the fuck that piston thing came from?
Yeah. I was planning on meeting with the head of the Dwarven district, actually. Informing him about it. the location, the painted cairn.
I mean, we could also just let Cabby mind read it or whatever, fuck, psychometry.
I forgot the academy could do that.
Technically I can do it, but I'm bad at it. Like, if it was made by like someone in the Dwarven district, chances are with the amount of work that's been spent on it, Cabby would be able to know that it was like a recent thing. If it was, some kind of ancient construction thingy, then we might see something far in the past. If it is up high, we might see some clouds. Who knows?
Honestly, like when Dark described it as being partially mithril, like my first thought was, did somebody fly an airship overhead and lose a piece?
That's why Caddy climbed a tree.
Eh,
I can't remember where the fuck the flying city was in relation to where we are.
I could
For a
look into
while,
the
but it's
past of
been
the
a
item.
while. Yeah,
I don't remember it being anywhere near us.
it moves. The other thing, what I feel like I have. Oh right, we can cast retrocognition or whatever the fuck the spell is with the book. But I don't think we can use that on object.
Yeah. I will say, the flying city, as described by the space pope, not really clockwork. It's actually floaty crystals.
And that doesn't mean that someone on it can't be making shit.
Fair, but technology
Yeah.
is not very religion-y, and the space pope seems to have a very particular kind of person he wants on the island. Or she.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, whenever
like-
your religious order is devoted to the goddess of time and such, and not a god or goddess of construction or anything, or artifice or anything like that, you tend to not have many artificers up there.
I suppose the second option
Time magic
was
doesn't always have to be clockworky and covered in metal and shit like that.
Yeah, it can be crystals and hourglasses instead.
the only other thing I can think of is we know that there's people with airships flying about. So
Yeah,
one of
dwarven
them would be-
airships are a thing. So maybe that. Yeah, which
It said because it's from a golem. I might immediately jump to that big, a big factory under a mountain.
in the place where we had lasers shot at us.
Kinda. Oh my fucking god.
Okay.
From that.
he's
There's
been
a number.
getting.
There's a number that keeps calling me about Apple support, and it's not real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
block
like-
it next time it calls me.
I'm surprised you haven't blocked it already, considering this is the 5th time it's called in the past hour.
I forgot I can do that until now.
Okay, that's more fair.
Yeah, did any of you come up with anything in particular you wanted to try and do?
Adeline does want to go hunting at some point. See if she can pick up some of the Rallied family for that. See if they know of anything that would be a good hunt around.
Hunting will undoubtedly happen. That's not a question.
Yeah. Other than that, she wants to catch up with Luna and talk with her a bit. Tell her how her studies have been going.
So flirt with Luna. Got it.
Yes. Yes. And not so many words.
I'm just making my little summary notes for what everyone's up to.
Aspen's hunting bigger game. He got the smell of that piston. He wants to find a construct. He doesn't know what it is, but it seems big. That's the way that people were describing it.
When you said bigger game, I was like, oh god, he's just going to be chewing on Valthus for the next few days.
I mean, he already has been, but that, it's more of a hobby.
And apparently Stutha's gone sledding and
Cadby's good as
probably skiing and ice skating.
All of the above are very popular.
Which begs the question: has Kyrus been murdered by assassins yet?
Well,
That's his
let's
tradition.
Let's take a look over to Karis, shall we? Karis, to be frank, this has been an amazing few days for you.
Yeah.
Fortunately, no one's tried assassinating you.
Oh, that's boring.
None of the were people have really come to bother you,
That's good.
except maybe Benjamin at most, but let's be honest, he's not a threat.
No, not a threat. Little annoying, not a threat.
That and snowballs make for poor assassination tools.
I mean, the spell begs to differ.
But Turns out he's not much of a magic user. His snowballs tend to be doing the 0 non-lethal damage kind.
I could totally see now a improvised weapon snowball assassin.
I
You'd
love
be
it.
relying purely on your sneak attack for the damage there, but
Yeah. They just
Oh, they hide a
secretly
rock in all their
yeah, they
snowballs.
secretly pack rocks into their snowballs.
then you've actually got rock
Yeah,
assassin.
shit.
So, but yeah, the bedroom is really comfy. It's probably the best bed Karis ever slept in.
It's one of those cases where it's probably too comfy for her to actually sleep in it.
That's at first, but I mean, give a few days, I imagine Karis actually settled in quite well.
Yeah, probably.
She has a private room. No one really bugs her about who she is. Actually, no one generally bugs her at all. She's free to, like, the barkeep happily serves you drinks.
There is
Serves
many
you hot meals.
consumed.
And, if you feel like it, you can go around the towns, go shopping of the dwarves and other things.
Yeah, she really has nothing to do, so there's only so much she can spend her time getting drunk, so she'll probably go around the town occasionally, see what's there, but she's not looking for anything in particular, she's just wasting time, essentially.
That's fair enough. There's a lot of things going on around town. Of course, the skulls are telling their stories to a bunch, captivating a bunch of youths and young adults in the over one of the buildings. Some people are training out by one of the guard posts, clashing the practice weapons with each other. There are apparently people out skiing and sledding, something which Keras could do at Mach 10 speeds if she wanted to.
Yeah, I've already done that on Jortes, where he barreled through a gatehouse, like through the wall. I don't think Keras needs to repeat that.
True. Though you could always get a chance to race reset with skating.
Yeah, but we know I can beat him.
He's a little bit faster now. A little bit.
So's Kelwis.
Keras can at least hang out with people though, which is nice.
Yeah.
I think it's probably been a while since Keras had a chance to preferably let her hair down properly. I'm sure she had the island, but yeah. I think she was more on a religious mission there than she was hair down.
It didn't start out a religious mission.
She very quickly made it.
She quickly started learning because it one of the places which actually had a proper temple. But she was still, she wasn't going around converting or anything. She was. It was a religious holiday. But yeah, no real plans. Just spending time doing stuff.
Fair enough. But I think that's kind of the
What
point.
is Reese up to?
To be frankly honest, Reese is probably with a stufa.
Slide.
Pretty much. Sledding and skiing. Sledding, skiing, skating, all of the above. I mean, loves doing it normally anyway. Now he gets to do it with everyone.
Fuck, do I have a snow shape?
Luna does.
Then that'll make us a ramp. We'd sick air.
And conjure ramp is done. Because frivolous use of magic.
Hold
That's
on,
what it's for.
I can make it better. I have wall of ice.
That also works.
By our powers combined, you will have the sickest ramp for the next couple of days.
I'm slightly worried there's going to be a 360 loop at this rate.
Oh yeah.
Though honestly, people probably only see Amaya very briefly for the next few days, short amounts of time at a time. It was dark. I need to go talk to the Well, first I need to inform the rest of my family about like our discovery with the piston, and then I imagine the meeting has to be set up with the head of the Dwarven district. Got to tell him about where I found it, all our current running theories, and why. Tell him might be, a ruin there from that old Dwarven territory that was allegedly here.
The dwarves seemed exceptionally excited about the concept of breaking into a dwarven, non-dwarven stronghold, getting to revisit his ancestors' hold.
Yeah, I figured they'd want to know about that.
Ancestral glory. Oh no! Look what you've done, Maya.
Hey, if they rediscover old dwarven technology, they will hopefully use it to better the town.
They start building war golems to take over the town.
As if that would be enough.
They're all made of silver.
Cute.
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Drive them back to the pit.
How did this town turn into Darkest Dungeon? This is not
And
the
there's a
horror
noble
story.
estate here.
There is a noble estate. It's true. It's on top of a nice hilly moor. Well, close enough. But we're not yet to turn into Darkest Dungeon.
Nah.
Unprepared cursed terrain major.
Other than that, I imagine Amaya's family probably has a lot of questions, probably some very specific ones. So, Maya's probably going to be busy.